Good morning, welcome in for another video on myself, Darren, HGV Class 1 driver here in the UK, and this is a little bit of a day in the life vlog for you. Quite an easy one set up for today, and it's going to be a half a day. Unfortunately, it's not half a day, it's a holiday to put my feet up and relax. In the afternoon, I'm going to be getting my face butchered because I've got to go to the dentist, unfortunately. I hate the dentist, I really do. And I'm booked in for a deep clean and 2 fillings. I hate deep cleans, I really do. I'd rather have a fill-in all day long instead of a deep clean because they butcher you when they do them. Right then, back to the work-related stuff. First job, I've collected a load from the hub already. It's currently 6:30. I started at 6 o'clock this morning. So I've got here, actually wait, no, it's 10 to 7 already. Wow, the day has gone quick already. I've got to take this load down to Widness, empty off everything that I've got there, and then get reloaded to go to a company in Widness for 8 pallets. After that, back to Widness, collect a full load, and then delivering them to Trafford Park. So, nice and local, easy finish at 1 o'clock hopefully, but stay tuned to see what happens. It's approximately about 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes at this time in the morning to get to Widness from Ashton. And I'm debating whether to go through Ashton, jump on the motorway there, or go to Wigan. So I'm going north to then jump onto the M6, the next junction after that, to go down south the M6. Do you know what? Let's go through Ashton. Traffic might be quite bad though, because we've still got the roadworks going on, you see. At 5 o'clock, it is probably best to go to the next junction up on the M6 to come back down on yourself, instead of sitting in the traffic through Ashton. Being 10 to 7, hopefully I might just beat the rush. Shouldn't really be too bad. Can always hope, can't we? Got quite a tight right turn here, so I'm going to use a little bit of the left lane, keep the right indicator on, keep going, keep going, keep going, pretty much halfway in the road. Big right turn. I know I say this in pretty much every single video, but don't be afraid to use the other lane if you need to. As long as you got your indicator on, just to let everybody know what you're doing, you're fine. But be careful in certain areas, like Bradford for an example, or around London, because you make yourself that little bit more room and you get a car sneaking in that little bit of a gap. So just keep an eye on your blind spots, checking your top left mirror, making sure there's no pedestrians or cars or any objects running in front of your truck, and your bottom mirrors as well, just so you get a good wide angle. If you are going in for your test, good luck. Hope it all goes well for you, I really do. And for all the new passes out there, it might be difficult finding work when you very first pass, because a lot of places say you need 2 years experience. Don't be defeated, okay? And what I mean by that is when you're getting lots of knockbacks, say, oh, you need 2 years, you need 2 years, etc. Everywhere you apply, you might apply for 50 jobs and one of them only might get back to you saying you can't have you because of experience, etc. Don't be disheartened, honestly, don't. Just keep applying for everywhere you can. There's Julian. Just keep applying for everywhere, print off your CV, go to local places, hand in your CV in person. That way you get to speak to the transport manager or supervisors or whoever's in charge of staffing. You get to speak to them, you get to know the business, what it looks like, and then you can then decide whether you actually want to work for that business as well. So it goes in both favours, to be honest, because there's some companies what look really great on paper. You think, do this would be a great place to work, and when you turn up to the place, it's an absolute shithole. So you think, do you know what? This company, they don't really value health and safety, they don't value the drivers much, because you can see all the drivers just run ragged. And then you think, do you know what? I'm not going to apply for this place, I'm going to go somewhere else. And then you just turn up on a doorstep somewhere else. Or it could go in your favour, because the transport manager or whoever's hiring staff at the time, they might see you, you get a good relation speaking to them in person, and they might go, do you know what, I'm going to give this guy a chance. I'll give you a job if anything comes up. You never know. It's always best to go door to door, hand your CV in, but just don't be disheartened about it, honestly, because it can be disheartening at first. You paid all this money to pass your test, and then you can't get work for it. But there is plenty of work out there. There really is. Believe me, there's a lot of work out there for drivers. And then once you've got your experience up, you can go here, there, everywhere, wherever you need. And also, it might be worth applying for a couple of class 2 jobs at first as well, because even though you're in a class 1, you got a class 1 license, but you're driving class 2 vehicles for 6 months, it still goes in your favour. You're still getting the experience technically on the road. Hopefully that helped. Anyway, a little bit of advice for you. Unfortunately, the M6 is completely gridlocked, so I'm going to follow the white line in the middle, and instead of going on the M6, I'm going to be going on the A49 southbound, come through Newton Willows, and hopefully get on the M62 around where the big B&Q is. Hopefully I can get on there, no problems. But now I've got to navigate around this little bit of a section. If I can. I've just got to be careful of all these cars on my right hand side. I'll let the truck go first, just so I know where he's going. I'm just going to take it nice and slow. Even that van's in the wrong lane, same for this car as well. He's beeping at the white car, which was in the perfectly right lane. I don't know why he was giving that woman grief. She was in the right lane, he wasn't. Time is now 8:30, just arriving at the first delivery. A little bit of a low bridge at this one, so I've had to make sure I've got a trailer which is 13.9. So we've got 2 types of trailers in our yard. We've got a 14.9s and a 13.9 as well. It's a hard left just in here. Big empty space there, isn't it? In and out, just like that, 8:45, first job done. Now I've got to return back to the Widness depot, get loaded up with a full load to then take to Trafford Centre. I've never been to this place at Trafford Centre, so I'm not really too sure what to expect. So I'm just going to do a bit of a Google Maps. Did I say Trafford Centre? Trafford Park. Trafford Park, I meant. And just double check my air suspension is all set where it should be, because if it's raised by a couple of inches more than what it should be, you could hit a bridge. So always make sure you set your air suspension to the correct levels. Time is now 11:15, just leaving Widness to get to Trafford Park. I had a little bit of a delay this morning, I'd say a little bit, probably about 2 hours. There was a foreign driver inside the yard getting unloaded, so I had to wait for them to finish first, and it was like a box container one, not a side curtain. So they had to go inside with the pump truck, go up and down, so it just took a lot longer than expected to get unloaded. And now to get to Trafford Park, it's 30 miles away and I'm looking at about a 40-minute drive. approximately 3 miles away now. Due to get there in the next 10 minutes. I think it's just off the Manchester Ship Canal. Not real too sure whereabouts. Traffic looked really bad as well on the M60 by Trafford Centre. All the way up towards Bolton Way. So that's going to be quite fun getting back later on. Especially with being a Friday as well. Straight ahead. I think it can do actually. If it's got signs for the War Museum, then it should be okay going straight ahead. I presume that's the way that fella's going. But Satnav wants me to do a right, you see, to go round the roundabout, then round the estate. I might be able to cut through this way instead to save a little bit of time. Yeah, so it's only 2 miles this way. Saves that half a mile or so. Actually, I might be able to do the left of this roundabout coming up. So we can go that way. Going through the scene route, aren't we? So I'll take a left here instead. Been years since I've been down this way. I used to cut this way in the car. I think I drive past the museum this way as well. Quarter of a mile up this road and then we're there. On the right hand side here is the IMDb studio for Coronation Street. They used to be based over in the city centre just off Deansgate, but then they moved here probably about 12 years ago, or maybe a little bit more now actually. And just over the wall, I don't know if you can see it properly, but you can see the roofs of the houses and the buildings. I think that's going to be like the factory. And then you've got Weatherfield police station just popping up over the wall as well on the right hand side. It's pretty cool though how they do it all. So it's just the front face of the building really, isn't it? Not the whole, the insides and that, if that makes sense. I don't know if it did or not. But yeah, it's just like the front panels of the houses anyway. That's cool though. You got the BBC as well just across the water from there, Media City. If you ever join in the 602 to the M62 where it meets the M60 ring road at Manchester, just be very careful because you always get traffic backed up on the first lane and then you have the far right 2 lanes to go straight ahead. Now the amount of cars what will sit in the middle lane until the very last second to then cut across into the first lane is ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. You can see they're starting to brake now already. Coming up to the half-mile sign. Actually no, two-thirds of a mile time. So there's plenty of time for him to get in. You know, there's quite big gaps here and there. You can like slide yourself in if you really wanted to, but this white car in front, you can just tell. No, I don't want to get in there just yet. I'm going to hang fire a little bit more. I'm going to slow right down to 35 miles per hour on the motorway, as you do. On your phone. He's just literally just sticking his arm up in the air with the phone on. And then go back off a little bit. Still only doing 40 miles per hour. Okay, I'll let them off then. They're not actually cutting in, they're just sat there on the phone instead of doing 40 miles per hour. As you do. That is one of my pet hates though, when they're just blatantly sat there on your phone instead of actually concentrating on your driving. Sorry for the little rant, by the way, folks. I know it's not something you want to be hearing. A little ranty, but when there's an accident about to be caused, the way they're driving. Just got out of the dentist. A little bit of a sore mouth at the moment. Tell you what, don't half butcher you, don't, to some of the dentists. A few things I do need to improve on though is less energy drinks and less coffee and less sugary foods, for sure. It really is. But I'm going to leave the video there for now. So if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see you again next time. Bye for now.